Welcome to Engineering Scale Models, where the details live. How is everyone doing on this Christmas Eve in 2019? It is, like I said, it's Christmas Eve here in America. If you guys celebrate the holiday overseas, or whoever's watching this video, happy holidays. If you celebrate a different holiday, well, again, happy holidays. I hope you guys are having a great holiday season. It's the new year coming up soon. There's going to be a whole new project on the table and some cool and interesting stuff. But today in this video, I want to talk about hobby tools that come in handy on the bench that you don't need to go to the hobby store for. I'm going to show you some tools that you can get at your Walmart, your Home Depot, your Lowe's, and basically a big box store that everybody has in their area, even maybe an Ace Hardware. So if you just need a quick tool, you're looking for something, I got some pretty neat stuff. A lot of it's common stuff. A lot of people know about this stuff, but I'm just going to put the video out showing, what you can get from the local Walmart or whatnot that can aid you in the hobby. So I'm going to go to this camera right here, and you can see I got it all laid out on the bench, and we're going to go this way instead. There we go. So there we go. We're going to come in a little bit, and I'm going to show you guys what I have here. So I have a pile of stuff, and I'm going to go through it here. This is a retractable X-Acto blade. Now, it comes in very handy if you want to cut out some photo etch. So you don't have a scalpel, you don't want to order scalpels, any of that stuff. You can get one of these at Ace Hardware, and you can use it to cut out your photo etch really nicely. So there you go. It is retractable. It's a little bit safer than the point. Ace Hardware. Also, Ace Hardware, Home Depot, Walmart, Lowe's, all those places, you can get a set of needle files. You can also get a mill bastard file. Mill bastard files are fantastic. I was turned on to them a few months ago, and I love mine. It's not something that comes in handy every single day, but when you need it, you have it. It's fantastic. Yes, definitely. Walmart, you can get forceps if you need to change your scalpel blades, hold apart, run some rigging, anything like that. You can get these at Walmart. The craft section, I believe, or the fishing section, I'm sorry. These come from the fishing section of Walmart. Nice little for gripping. Works great for that. Next up is an oldie but a goodie. It is my electric toothbrush orbital sander. It's got changeable heads. You can do double stick tape to stick the sandpaper down, or you can use Velcro, piece of Velcro, and you can use a sanding sponge like the ones they use to clean bowling balls. They're very good for sanding, and it's a nice orbital action instead of like a Dremel, which is a spinning action, which I'll talk about in a second. So this is great. I have a video on the channel on how to make one of these. It's pretty simple. Buy one, rip out the bristles, and then sand it, and put your double stick tape or your Velcro in Bob's your uncle. So that's that. Also at any store is sheets of sandpaper. This is one of the best ways to get sandpaper, I think. You buy modeling sandpaper, it's tiny sheets like this, and that's just a little too small if you do a lot of sanding. This is also nice to put on a flat surface to sand something large. Just a variety of grits. Wet dry is the best, I think. I like a nice wet dry. So this is just 4. I grabbed one of each sheet I had. I got a nice little stack. I think you can get these in like a 6-pack or something for $1, maybe a little bit more. So sheets of sandpaper, great. Also, you can get these at Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace, all those places. It is a cordless Dremel. It has a little charging stand. It's variable speed. You can turn it up, you can turn it down, make it go real slow. It's got a light on the front of it. Right now, it's got a sanding drum in there. Sanding something. I put the quick change chuck in there so I could equip like a cutting wheel. I do not use this to cut plastic. Okay, I'll let you know right now. I have a saw blade that I put on there that I cut plastic with. So that's the proper way to cut plastic, in my opinion. If you want to go down the painting and weathering route, you can get sea sponges or these regular sponges. Tear off a piece, boom, you got some chipping and whatnot. If you don't do chipping that way, that's fine. I do chipping this way. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's fine with me. So this is good. Good to have. Good sponges. Walmart craft section. Get sea sponges. I like these natural sea sponges because when you tear them off, they give you a little different pattern than when you tear off, say, one of these. And then you can put it in your nifty little forceps you got at Walmart, and boom, you got some chipping. Look at that. Cheap brushes. You can never have enough cheap. Well, you could probably have enough cheap brushes, but cheap brushes, they're good to have. These is like 98 cents at Walmart. You get 10 cheap brushes. If I have to do some kind of enamel painting, I will break out one of these brushes and then throw it in the trash. So that is what I do. That's why I have those. Blue painter's tape is great. I use Tamiya masking tape for small jobs, but I'll put the Tamiya tape down around the edges and then I'll mask off the larger sections with the blue tape just to save Tamiya tape because it's so expensive. These are from a nail supply store. You can also find them sometimes at Walmart. These are wooden emery boards. They're a little rough on grit, but if you need a flat surface with no sponge and no give, these are the way to go. I haven't found a modeling product that is as firm and stiff as this, so that's that. I use these tiny knitting needles to point, like if I'm counting parts or on a fret, for photo etch mainly, or if I'm doing a video, I can point to something. Comes in handy. You get these at Walmart. The Walmart buy. This is a embossing stylus. It's got a ball on one end and a smaller one on the other end there, and it's nice for actually sitting your photo etch down. Like you get it in position, you want to push it down, it comes in handy for that. I think I got that from the dollar store for $1, so it was a good buy. Good pliers. Home Depot, I know for a fact, sells Xuron pliers. I like Xuron pliers. You can also get cheap flush cutters there, or Xurons, whatever you want to use. I don't use them for modeling, but I use them for cutting my other products I use in modeling, like my lead wire and tubing and zip ties if I get a package. They're good to have. The pliers I use for all sorts of things. Bending, gripping, holding while I file something, things like that. Round nose pliers are nice for getting certain bends on things. Now we're going to talk about glues you can get at between the dollar store and the home improvement stores. These two glues here, this wood glue and this tacky glue, are both $1 from the Dollar Tree. Well, everything's $1 in the Dollar Tree. This tacky glue is great for gluing down flat photo etch in large sections, and you got to reposition it. Tacky glue is good, and so is this wood glue. I've used this super glue wood glue. It dries pretty quick. It doesn't dry crystal clear, but it works well for holding down photo etch. I used it to put a large piece of Zimrit on one of my 1/35th scale tanks, and it was a piece of photo etch, and it held it down, and it's still down, so it worked up. And you can peel it up if necessary. You just run a scalpel blade under it, or you can run a piece of thin wire across it and just break up the glue, and then you can reposition it, clean it off, reapply it, and you're good to go. Something that I find I can't do with super glue. And next are super glues that I can get at Home Depot or Lowe's. The Loctite Super Glue Ultra Gel Control and this Gorilla Super Glue Precise. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not a fan of the Gorilla Glue, but I figured I'd show it. Some people like it. I'm not a fan. It's definitely not micro precision. No, get out of here with micro precision. It's not. It puts a glob down. Let's put it that way. But if you want to, put it on a cup and get some off with a pair of tweezers or a Q-tip or I can't come up with words today. A toothpick and spread it on. It does work for that. Gives you a little tiny position, but if I don't use my Bob Smith's Industries IC glue, I'll use this Loctite Ultra Gel Control. I just used it to glue up a 20 millimeter Olerkin from my North Carolina. So, all that good stuff. I don't intend to make this a long video. This is going to be the end of it. I just want to pop up my social media where you can find me on social media. And be sure to check out my channel, First of the Year. I am doing an update this coming Monday about all the changes that are happening on the channel. And I may or may not reveal the project that is going to happen on the 1st. But we have some cool stuff. We have some cool, lot of housekeeping to take care of before the new year. So I'll go over all that on Monday's update. I may even start filming it early and clip it together in bits and pieces and things like that. But also, if you want to sponsor my channel, help me out on Patreon. I have people that join me. Thank you for the one that is on there. I have one currently. More would be helpful. I can get more stuff. I want to start doing photo journals and posting them on Patreon, but I'm having camera issues, so I'm trying to work that out. And I also going to start trying to do more on the social media and Instagram and things like that with the photos and the photo journal. But I kind of want to do a photo journal, if not every day, but daily or a couple times a week, about the progress I've made on the bench. I just want to pop in real quick on the overhead and mention the OptiVisor. You can get these at Home Depot. They are good for seeing up close. So then that's it. All right, guys. Thank you so much. You guys have a fantastic day.